What happens when the law you swore to uphold betrays the truth you refuse to see? The rain-slicked streets of Detroit gleamed under the sodium glow of streetlights as Officer Daniel Hargrove tightened his grip on the woman's arm. "You're not going anywhere," he growled, his voice thick with authority. The woman, dressed in a tailored blazer and skirt, stood tall despite the cuffs biting into her wrists. Her name was Aisha Carter, and her dark eyes burned with a fire that unsettled Hargrove, though he'd never admit it. To him, she was just another suspect, another face in a city he'd long stopped trying to understand. It was a routine patroller, so he thought. A call had come in about a disturbance near a downtown bar, and Hargrove, ever eager to assert control, spotted Aisha standing near the scene, her phone in hand. She'd been recording the chaos, a fight spilling out onto the sidewalk, two men shouting, one bleeding. To Hargrove, her presence was suspicious. A black woman, alone, filming? His assumptions took over. "Drop the phone, hands behind your back," he'd barked, ignoring her calm explanation that she was just a bystander. "You're making a mistake," Aisha said, her voice steady but laced with steel. Hargrove scoffed, shoving her toward the patrol car. The crowd watched, some murmuring, others filming. He didn't care. He'd been a cop for 15 years, and in his mind, he knew the streets better than anyone. But Aisha wasn't just anyone. As Hargrove radioed for backup, a man pushed through the growing crowd. He was short, wiry, with graying hair and a cheap suit that screamed public defender. "Officer, let her go," he said, flashing a badge of his own. "That's Aisha Carter, Assistant District Attorney." The words hit Hargrove like a punch. His grip faltered, but his pride held firm. "Bullshit," he muttered, refusing to look at the man. The man, Marcus Tate, wasn't fazed. He'd seen this before too many times. A former cop turned advocate, Marcus had spent years fighting for people like Aisha, people the system chewed up and spat out. He'd known Aisha since law school, back when they were both idealistic kids dreaming of justice. Now, he saw the same fire in her eyes, but tempered by years of battling a system that didn't always have her back. "Check her ID," Marcus said, his voice calm but unyielding. "Unless you want this on the front page tomorrow." Hargrove's jaw tightened. He fumbled for Aisha's wallet, still in her purse, and there it was, the official seal of the DA's office, her name in bold. Assistant District Attorney Aisha Carter. His stomach churned. The crowd's murmurs grew louder, phones still recording. Aisha didn't flinch. "You done?" she asked, her voice cutting through the humid air. The twist wasn't just her title. It was what came next. Marcus stepped closer, lowering his voice. "She's not just the DA, Hargrove. She's the one who's been investigating you." The air seemed to thicken. Hargrove's mind raced back to the complaints filed against him: excessive force, racial profiling, all swept under the rug by a department that protected its own. He'd heard rumors of an internal probe, but never thought it would come to this. Aisha wasn't just a bystander. She was the law, and she'd been watching him for months, gathering evidence from cases just like this one. "You thought you could hide," Aisha said, her voice low, almost a whisper. "But I see everything." Hargrove's world tilted. The cuffs were off now, but he felt like the one trapped. Marcus handed Aisha her phone, and she hit play, showing Hargrove his own face on the screen body cam footage from a month ago, where he'd roughed up a kid for no reason other than looking suspicious. The crowd's murmurs turned to gasps. Aisha could have gloated, could have let the crowd tear him apart. But she didn't. Instead, she stepped closer, her voice steady but heavy with purpose. "This isn't about revenge," she said. "It's about accountability. You swore an oath, just like I did. The difference is, I meant it." Backup arrived, but not for Aisha. Two officers, faces grim, approached Hargrove. "You're under arrest," one said, reading him his rights. The irony wasn't lost on him as the cuffs clicked around his own wrists. The crowd erupted, some cheering, others silent, all watching as the man who'd wielded power so carelessly was led away. Aisha stood still, rain mingling with the sweat on her brow. Marcus put a hand on her shoulder. "You okay?" he asked. She nodded, but her eyes told a different story. She'd won, but the cost was etched into her years of fighting a system that doubted her, profiled her, even as she rose through its ranks. As the patrol car pulled away, Aisha looked at the crowd. "Go home," she said softly. "But don't forget what you saw." The rain fell harder, washing away the night's tension, but not the truth. Aisha Carter wasn't just the law, she was its conscience, a reminder that justice, though slow, could still burn bright. Yendi.